Hello everyone, happy New Year's. Hope everyone's doing good. So it's been raining pretty hard here in California this whole week. And when it starts to rain hard, your cactus can be prone to some rot. So it's always good to inspect your cactus when it stops raining. And I always start from the bottom, check the base, make sure it's not rotting. So it will tend to start rotting from the bottom just because of the soil being wet, especially because I have these cactus in the pots, so the water will tend to get stuck inside the pot. So make sure first you'll see if there's any brown spots or black spots, or you'll touch it. If it's firm, then it should be good. Now if it's squishy, then it's starting to rot on you. And especially check the cactus that may have some damage. For example, this one has this cut, and the water will get inside this cut, but luckily this cut has already healed, already calloused. So even though the water is in there, it didn't rot. And then right here is kind of damaged, but it's pretty good, nothing wrong with it. Like right here is brown, but that's just the corking, and it's hard. Now for my cactus, I could touch it with my finger. There's obviously some cactus that have some bigger spines that won't let you touch it, so just be careful not to get a stick and poke it, because then you'll make a wound on it, and if it rains again, then it will start rotting from that wound that you just poked in it by accident. So last year I bought this Stenoserius queretense, and while I was transporting it to my house, it accidentally tipped over and it made a cut right here. It was a small little cut. So that week it started raining, and then some of the water got in, and then it started rotting right here. So I spotted quick enough that I did a little cut, but then in a couple of days it kept rotting more, and then I made another cut, and then I made another cut, and so there's all this. It looks ugly, but I was able to save the cactus. Now if I didn't spot that cut, it would have most likely just expand, and I would have to cut the whole thing off. And even though it looks ugly, I didn't want to cut this whole cactus off, this whole piece, because then I would just have a short little piece of cactus, and I wanted it to be a pretty big cactus. But yeah, if it starts to rot, like if it's already too much, then yeah, you can just always cut it and just let it callus over again, and then you can just repot it. So right now I don't have any rotting cactus, so I can give you guys no example of like how to cut it, but that's one of the good things to kind of prevent that. It's always good to make sure that you have the proper soil for your cactus. Make sure it doesn't get too wet, let the water drain. And if you have some cactus cuttings that you plant like barely and it started raining, then you have to really take care of those, because if they don't have roots, chances are they're gonna rot on you. So especially those cactus, you have to take care of them. The ones you barely plant that don't have roots, or even if they do have roots, then you still kind of have to double check them when it starts to rain. And well, that's pretty much it. Just always inspect your cactus when it's raining pretty hard. There are some very expensive cactus out there, and we don't want to lose those. And hopefully you guys like this video. Thank you.